Hello everyone. So I just want to share with you what I received during my amazing and powerful worship time with the Lord. And that is never let the enemy steal your worship, your adoration to God. Never give the enemy the stage that he wants, the attention that he longs for. Our full attention must belong to God. Our focus must belongs to the Lord. The enemy will try to pull out every weapons that he know that he can use against you to stop you from your communion with God, because guess what, the enemy hates a worshiper who worship in spirit and in truth. Remember when Saul was being tormented, and then he will always call for David, because David is an amazing worshiper, we know that. And it is not about the skill of David. That's why he was able to drive out demons. It's not about his skill, but it's about his communion with God. It's about his consistency with the Lord. It's about his relationship with the Lord. It's about his anointing. That's why it can really drive out demons. It's never about the skill of David, but it is because he has that amazing communion with God. That's how amazing, or that's how powerful our worship can be. That's why the enemy will always be against that. One of the most powerful verse in the Bible for me, one of my favorite, will be Acts 16:26, when it says, "Suddenly there was a great earthquake, and the foundations of the prison was shaken, and immediately all doors were open, and everyone's chains were loosed." And guess what was happening before that? Paul and Silas were worshiping the Lord. They are praying, singing hymns to God. And because of that powerful prayer, powerful worship to the Lord, chains just get loose. Prison doors were open. And it's not just their door, they are in prisoner, right? Paul and Silas were in prison. But it's not just their door that was open, but all the doors were open. Yeah. So when I was meditating about this, it was so wonderful that God reminded me that worship can break chains. It can cause the captives to be set free. It can destroy yokes. It can cause things to happen. Yeah. So that's why whenever a prisoner is in the presence of God, whenever a prisoner is in the presence of an anointing worship, there's really freedom on it. Prisoners were set free because of that amazing worship. That's anointed worship. That is such an anointed worship. And yeah, never let the enemy steal your worship, steal your joy, steal anything from you. You have to stay focused on God. We have to stay focused on the Lord and know how powerful our worship can be. Thank you so much for listening, and I pray that you will really seek God. I pray that you will really have that intimacy with the Lord. You will always have that time for God, not just putting an extra time for the Lord, but really setting that time for God, having that time with Him, just you and Him, and just sit down and listen to Him and not be distracted of what the enemy is doing surrounding you, but it's just your heart and the heart of God. Have that communion with God, brothers and sisters. I'll be praying with you. God bless.